Alright guys, it's my Gliscors here, and I'm bringing you the IBA Season 2 Week 2 battle against Nova and his New York Greninjas. He's going to send the invite when he's ready, so we are going to wait on that. I believe this does have our I believe we battle one more time. I want to say we have a rematch later, but this is not. So yeah, we're both New York teams, so obviously this is the battle for our city. Or, well, I'm not New York City, I guess. New York City Gliscors, so would it be the state? I don't really know. Don't pretend I didn't say that. It's for the state, I guess. I don't know if he's New York City Greninjas. I'm New York City. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to battle on the Draft League, because Draft League is like OU, but you can use things that aren't released in OU, but that are usually used in Draft League, which is why we battle on the battle area instead of actual showdown server. So yeah, because if you play on custom game, people can use more than 4 moves. People can use more than max IVs and everything. We are going to see that he did bring the Aurora Veil. He did bring Mega Charizard. He brought Zapdos. He brought all the. Okay, this is being really laggy. I don't understand why it's doing that. But so yeah, he did bring all the top mons that we kind of thought he was going to. He didn't bring the Komala, he didn't bring the Trevenant, any of those things that we were really worried about. He only did the things that were at the top of the top of his tier list, I guess if that's what you want to call it, like the Manaphy, the Zapdos, the Zam, the Nidoking, the Ninetales of Alolan, and then the Mega Charizard X. So we did fairly prep for everything on his team. We didn't really worry about Kamala too much. Make sure we have a normal immunity, I guess you would call it, with the Delmise, and we also had other ways to play around, like things like Crustle, but if not, it's okay. Gonna send the good luck, have fun. I don't like playing with timer, so that's all good. We are going to lead the Mamoswine because, okay. So we aren't thick fat, so that's a problem. Obviously, to deal with this thing, we can EQ right here, and I should probably pull up a calc, because calcs are your friend unless you are really good at the game and you don't need calcs. Then huge props to you. I don't even think I imported my sets. I still want to click EQ right here because he doesn't. I mean, sure, he has Zapdos, that's a ground resist, but if he brings in Zapdos and then it's such a hard choice because I just want to get my rocks up. I want to get my rocks up so he doesn't think I'm scarfed, but I don't really have a proper switch into this thing, to be honest. And if he goes into Zapdos on the EQ and then I don't go for Iso Crash, then he knows I'm scarfed. So I don't really want to reveal I'm scarfed. But we are going to see how much damage this thing does to Charizard. If I am correct, it does Oko, and it does. Icicle Shard, as it gets a 2 KO, he can just completely obliterate me with the. I mean, if we had thick fat, we could. Yeah, if we had thick fat, we lived it. That's what I tried for, but I kind of was getting greedy with the hail. Alright. I think the safe play is to go out into Golbat, and then just fire off a Toxic, I guess, or just U-turn out for momentum. I just so want an Earthquake right here, but I don't really have anything I can do, and I don't want to get Flare Blitz or. Such a hard choice. I just want to click EQ so bad because EQ just threatens his whole team. This thing just wins. Like with the mons he has, EQ Oko's this, Iron Head Oko's that, EQ Oko's that, and Icicle Crash Oko's that if he's not defensive or whatever. So I just so want to click EQ. My gut is telling me EQ, but I just know it's not the right play. It is so not the right play. It's so not the right play. We're going out to Golbat. I don't trust it. Okay, good. He switched out into Manaphy. Oh, that would have been so nice to EQ. That would have been so nice to EQ. Because Manaphy didn't take that well at all. He actually didn't, and he got 2 KO'd by it. So frustrating. Alright, we are going to put this boy on a timer. Sure, he can go for his special little tail glow or whatever. If you want to be scarfed, I'm okay with that. I don't really get any intel other than if he clicks tail glow. He's going to go out into Nidoking and predict the toxic. Should have used her in there, but it's alright. We are going to go out into our... Do we go out into Mamoswine? I don't really want to catch a Sludge Wave or an Ice Beam or anything. We could go out into Primarina, but I don't want to, I think we use her now here because it is slow. Okay, so we did catch an Ice Beam. That kind of hurt, but I didn't want to go out into Primarina and then take a huge Sludge Wave. Or show that I'm Assault Vest by any chance. We could just go for the Icicle Crash right here, but then that does bait in the Ninetales. We could go out into this thing and spam Psychic. Nothing really likes Psychic at all. He could have the Psychic Berry or be Assault Vest. What does Nidoking? Just a lot of sets that are running through my head. Ooh, wow. Okay, hold up. Does this thing not even... I don't even think this thing lives. He'd have to be Assault Vest, I think. And if he is, that is huge. If he's actually Assault Vest, that is huge. We're going to go into it, and we're going to start spamming Psychic, because Psychic just puts a hurtin' right here. I don't really know what else, like... If you're Assault Vest... I mean, Assault Vest, it could okay if he's Assault Vest. He's going to go out into Charizard. And Charizard, ooh, does not take that well at all. And we can just click it one more time. He can't be Scarfed because it is his Mega. And he also does get to see that we are Specs. But Alakazam is not a good switch in at all because it takes a huge bit of damage. We do have Primarina as a direct switch into it because we do have the Assault Vest and we should be able to take care of it. We just click Psychic one more time and take a huge damage out of something. If we get rid of this Charizard, that'd be huge because... obviously we don't really have a good switch in outside of trying to kill beat it down with the Mamoswine, but obviously putting all that damage onto it. That also shows that Nidoking might be Specs. I don't think Specs does 68 to Eviolate Golbat. I refuse to believe that Specs should have just blown it back. I'm pretty sure it's Life Orb, but also I don't think Life Orb... You know what? I'm gonna count that because I don't know anymore. Golbat. Ice Beam. Okay, so he is Life Orb. Alright. Good to know, good to know. We're going to click Psychic one more time. There's really no drawback to clicking Psychic one more time. I mean, we're Specs, so we have to. And I don't think Alakazam wants to take one. Alakazam. Alakazam does not take 2. So if he switches out, okay, now he's going to go out into Alakazam. And this we can go into Primarina. And he sets up a light screen. So that might be kind of annoying. That is actually kind of annoying. Support Alakazam. Does Alakazam get Reflect too? Is this... Ooh, hold up. I would have just did a Mega because it doesn't matter. He does get Reflect too, so ouch. This is kind of annoying because Light Screen and Auroraville stack. We can defog away, but we don't have defog on Mence either. Alright, so we gotta put the Light Screens up against a Primarina, which is my Fairy Resist set. Shadow Ball should still do 3 KO actually, but I feel like the safer play is to click Moonblast. I mean, he's obviously going to set up the Reflect here, or just Psychic. It only does about 26. Gets the Spadef drop, which is kind of annoying. We do 37 back and get the special attack drop, so that kind of balances things out. Obviously, we can switch up our moves at any time because we're not locked into one. So we're going to go for the Shadow Ball here. And that does some good damage. I believe Moonblast should knock it out here as he sets up the Reflect as he goes down. So we have Light Screen up for 4 more turns and Reflect up for 7. He can easily go out into Nidoking here. What do I want to come in and have take this hit? Nothing really. Actually, nothing wants to take this hit. But then we can go back out and start spamming Psychic. Although Light Screen's still up for a couple more turns. Reflect's up too. Ouch, this sucks. Because he has Aurora Veil practically up right now. And I can't let Ninetales get in for free. I can sack this, but I want to defog. I don't think I can defog on anything though. I think I'll just let this go down. Against Nido. Sludge Wave does way too much. We could go out to this and maybe he doesn't predict it. Obviously it is an easy prediction. He goes for the Sludge Wave. We live one, so we are gonna stall out. Okay, so he wasn't Light Screen or Reflect. Okay, so what's that like? Hold up. I gotta I'm losing my mind. Alakazam regular. What is that item called? Light Clay? Lasts for 8. Okay, so he's not Light Clay. Because that ended. Or was that all the turns? Hold up, when did he set up Light Screen? He set it up turn 6 and it's over turn 11. So everything ended up actually working out because now it's gone and we can start spamming Psychic again. So what we can do is Roost. Okay, yeah, as he is going to go out into Ninetales. So we actually got lucky on the Roost here. Sure, he can. We're going to defog if he sets up the Aurora Veil. Ah, he's gonna. Okay. Ah, that is kind of annoying. We're gonna go hard into. Do we go hard into Mammoth? I think we do it. Oh crap! Hold up. The rules on here. Okay. You guys are reading this with me, right? Sleep Claws, BP Claws. Once the draft begins, okay, support Z-moves are banned, Moody is banned, and minimize acupressure, double team metronome. Doesn't say anything on here about Snowcloak. Doesn't say anything on here about Snowcloak. I just want to know you guys are reading this with me. This is the rule page on the IBA Season 2 doc, as it says up here. You drop. Okay, this is just talking about trades and free agencies. Power Construct is banned. I don't see anything about here on Snowcloak, so. Through Reflect. Okay, just Aurora Veil. Only Aurora Veil's up. He does have the Ninetales out. And we are a Nidoking. Or, no, we're not a Nidoking. We're a Mamoswine. Okay, with the program. Ironhead should still have a chance to KO. As he's gonna go out into Manaphy. Ugh. I don't think we take any +3 hits anymore. We'd have to revenge kill it with something like this Mamoswine here. So we can go out to Primarina here as he is going to Tail Glow like we expected. We don't take a +3 Energy Ball at all, but he might not have a knife cover. Okay, he does have Energy Ball. Okay, so we should have doubled out there into Golbat to take the Energy Ball, but I want to see +3 Manaphy. Ooh, +3 Manaphy against. Okay, what? That's with the Aurora Veil. Without, we don't even 2 a KO. Okay, this might be a lot harder than I expected. Espeon, can you be a saving grace here? We'd have to Psychic into Earthquake to knock this thing out. And I want to Earthquake first. Because, obviously, Espeon doesn't have a switch in, really. So, what I can do is check a +3 Manaphy. He does have Energy Ball, so we might not know if he's like. This is getting really scary because he's now behind an Aurora Veil and everything. We do have what do we have? We have Delmines in the back who eats psychic. Does he eat an ice beam? No. Does Golbat eat an ice beam? Is the question. No. Oh, we should have switched out there and then switched back in on the ice beam. What we can do is hope that he doesn't have ice beam, I guess. And toxic. If he has ice beam, we're kind of in a bad situation. We're not split F at all. Ooh, no. Sub-Zero Slammer, so he has ice beam. Does Mamo or Espeon win? They both have enough coverage moves to win. I apologize if I just hit the mic. Well, I mean, I did, but if you heard it, I apologize. This one has enough coverage moves to win. This one has enough coverage moves to win. But what is the bigger threat? Spadef Zapdos or physical attack or physical defense Zapdos? Because Zapdos is more specially defensive, so maybe Manny is the answer. It does have a higher stat and does outspeed everything because that could be Scarf Zapdos, I guess. So we're gonna go out here in Psychic and then come in Earthquake. We know he's Icium Z, so we don't have to worry about Scarf. We know he's Tail Glowed Up, so we gotta be scared of that. He's actually gonna switch out into Zapdos, so he does not take that well at all, and we can easily Psychic again. Barring that he isn't Scarfed, he doesn't show an item, so he might be, actually. Or just, okay, so we do get rid of the... Okay, so he so wanted to set this back up. Alright, so we need to stall this stuff out. So we are going to go for a anchor shot, I guess. Okay, I apologize if I skipped that, but okay, so he's not able to switch out. He is going to go for an Ice Beam here. We are going to Earthquake. He can't switch out, so we have this thing trapped. Ice Beam does knock us out, actually. That's kind of upsetting, because I didn't think it would. Mamoswine on Nidoking. Behind Aurora Veil still does a decent chunk. I don't know if he's allowed to switch out yet, but Earthquake should knock out, and we do outspeed. And he only has Aurora Veil up for 2 more turns, I believe. Or no, he has the Light Clay on this thing. Hold up, I don't know if it has the Light Clay on this thing. I didn't check that. It doesn't show me on the showdown, does it? How am I gonna go back and check this? Because I don't see a way like to see. Aurora Veil wore off turn 17, right? And he set it up turn 13. That's only 4 turns or 5 turns. So yeah, he doesn't have the Light Clay. That might actually be a saving grace here. He doesn't have the Light Clay. I don't know if that's a misgen, or he just doesn't need it, or he wants to run a different item. We can easily Earthquake here, knock out this thing. Manaphy cannot take a Earthquake into Psychic. Like we said, HP Steel does knock out. Okay, so we are going to Earthquake this as we are Scarfed. And then, if he wants to Tail Glow, that is actually the wrong play to go for. And he can also still miss his move because we are Snow Cloak. We're going to Earthquake, it only does about 19. He does Scald. We live and get burnt, which is super unfortunate, but the Aurora Veil now goes away. As we are going to go for the Earthquake as he can just switch into this thing. Wow, that still does a huge amount of damage though. Oh, and we get the knockout! Oh, the high roll. Does Manaphy die here? That Manaphy definitely was bulky. Hold up. Hold up, that game definitely just turned around right there as we get the high roll. That does so much damage even though we're burnt. Whoa. Hold up, wait a minute. So, was that behind a Okay, so Nova only took 19 from a earthquake. Well, I actually do. I think I know this spread for this thing. I don't. I was talking about the Manaphy. Oops. What does the Manaphy do? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Manaphy on. I shouldn't be worried about this. Like, it should just easily knock out. But it still has a. Like, what if he's max HP instead of. Like, then he lives, and he can't knock us out. He doesn't have Surf. He has Scald. If he has Shadow Ball, can he knock us out? Because we lose. If we lose this Manaphy, yeah, I don't think he can knock us out. Oh, he was the wrong nature. On what? Because if that might actually matter. What were you? Hasty? If he was hasty, he might minus his defense instead of timid crap. Alright, so hasty definitely matters there. Psychic does do 60 like we expected. Scald shouldn't KO, and it only is about 30. He gets the burn, and he does another turn of Aurora Veil, so yeah, GG. So we ended up winning this one 2-0. I want to calc this right now. Mammoth Swine, because I believe we are adamant. We are adamant. Snowcloak never came into effect because he did land the Scald there. And if we weren't burnt, we did even more damage than Ninetales. So if somewhere on this rules that I wasn't allowed to use Snowcloak, although I don't see it anywhere on here, it didn't matter. And Thick Fat probably would have been better because of the Charizard. But everything ended up working out. I am going to calc this here against the Ninetales of Alolan. Earthquake did 78 to 93. 78 to 93. Aurora Veil wasn't up. We were burnt. Okay, so okay, yeah, because we did 40. Okay, never mind. We're looking at the wrong one. 49% there, and we only did 46 if we were burnt. But if he was hasty, that puts it. Yeah, that would give me that 14% chance to 2 a KO because he was hasty. So yeah, if he wasn't hasty, then we kind of just screwed ourselves there because we ended up not being able to KO this, and then he had 5 more turns of the Veil, and we would have had to hope for a crit on the. Well, we'd go into Salamence Protect, and then go for a double Protect to stall even more turns of Aurora Veil, and depending on how many Protects in a row we could get, then that's how we would have had to play our game. And then Espeon would have came down to this in KOing. So yeah, good game to him. Right now we are claiming New York. I'm actually going to check the schedule right now. Just going to do Control F so I can easily find mine. If we play again, this will be the rematch for New York. But as I can see from this list, I don't think we play again at all. So I think, yeah, I think I can say that I have won the right to the NYG abbreviation. That's what it's called. The NYG abbreviation. He did say the battle was for that because I believe he was in season 1, and then I came in and I'm still NYG, and I believe he's NYN for New York Ninjas. So yeah, good game to him. Obviously that really sucks on the man, because as you can see on the screen right here, because he was hasty, it was a 2 KO, which that is actually unfortunate. Like, I'm not one to like want to win off stuff like that. Like, I don't know, stuff like that's just like really Because I know the feeling when you misgen something, because obviously if he was timid, I did 46%. Was there even an ability on Mammo to not get burnt? No. Thick Fat doesn't let you not get burnt. So yeah, there was actually a way for him to live that, and that was for his ability to, I mean, because like I know how that feels misgenning something, because I misgenned a lot last game. Not last game, last season. Obviously not the IBA, the UAPB. When I misgen the snow cloak instead of snow warning, I misgen the EVs on my Manaphy and made me slower than the Mega Sceptile. But now that I'm done rambling, he did ask if I was adamant. I am going to hop up on here and send him this calc. So yeah. So yeah, that is all from me. I am the Mighty Gliscor, the coach of your New York Gliscors, and I think we've got it back, guys. I really do. So I'm gonna catch you guys later.